In this video, I'm going to go over the style panel over here in the documents panel. It's the fourth icon down, and now let me zoom out because I don't have anything selected, okay? So I have no options. I have to have something selected. And here we have normal, shadow, shadow rounded, shadow straight, blackout, shadow blackout, shadow blackout rounded, and shadow blackout straight. And you can play around with those, but if I hit blackout, you can see it took out the middle of my letters. All right, so then here, let me zoom in on this because I want you to see this close up. Okay, so I hope you can see that there are cut lines through that. If I go to my preview screen, which shows me my cut lines, let me untick that because it was actually, well, I can't. I have to, sorry about that. Okay, so if it's unticked and I go to my preview screen, you can see it's going to cut through those letters, right? Okay, and then if I tick it and I go to my preview screen, it's not going to cut. But if I zoom in here, you can see, well, I don't know if you can see it on the screen or not, but I do still have it, the lines here, the letter here, but it's grayed out, so it's not going to cut there, okay? This panel is non-destructive, all right? So if you weld your stuff over here, you can always come back and unweld it. If you path union something, that's permanent. So let me show you the difference if I union it. If I go path union and I zoom in here and I hover over it, you can't see those lines, right? And if I go to my preview, you can see that, oops, you can see that, zoom way in here, you can't see those gray lines anymore, okay? So the only way to get that to ununion or deunion, I don't know. The only way to undo the union is to undo. So if I were to union this and then go work on something else and decide, well, maybe I don't want that union, I would have to undo everything till I got back to this, okay? So make use of the weld in the style panel rather than the path union if you know for a fact that you may at some point not want that welded permanently, okay? So let me untick this and zoom back out. All right, so that is the weld. And then we have clipping, we have a clipping path, and we have a clipping mask. And I will go over those in the object menu when we get there, okay? But just know that that's here. You can set your layers to either cut or whatever here. Okay, so then we have cut. Obviously, we know what that is. Draw, we know what that is. In the solo machine, if you have anything in your tool holder in your machine that is not a blade, then you would use the draw. You would use it for an engraving tool, a scoring tool, and such. Pen, okay? And then you have print plus cut cut and print plus cut print. What? Oh, these are for print and cut. One is going to cut and the other is going to print, okay? I just look at the last two, cut and print, because I know they're print and cut projects. Okay. And your color layer alignment is actually going to put registration marks um, so that you can line up your design, like if you're layering vinyl. Okay, so that's what that's for. And then your tool, and then the custom cut presets, I'll come back to because I'll be going over that in the Create cutting software. So that's pretty much it for the style panel.